Wow. Just wow. I wish the camera didn't throw that light across it, but really, yeah, get rid of the line, it'd be alright, but it's gonna keep throwing it. That would be, sorry, I almost dropped my flashlight. That would be our Tuesday night moon. May not see that tomorrow night. That's pretty freaking awesome. So, make my rounds, go to bed. If I see anything, I'll bring you back. Otherwise, that just wow. Except, of course, for those chemtrails across there. Which, that's what those are. They ain't clouds. Funny thing is, there's middle of the screen, you see the blinky light. That's a jet that just went over, and there's no trail behind it anywhere. Huh. But those are trails. Isn't that interesting? I guess if you know, you know. Dang line's still there. Go figure. But look at that. I guess it's going to be a moon video. Last night, now this morning. Crazy. Well, let's go see if there's any new babies. A few moments later, and that's a lot better color, especially coming through the trees if it'll show up. There we go. That looks pretty good. And yeah, the moon's not even up anymore. Yeah, I went to bed. It's supposed to be, what, 61 today instead of 83 like it was yesterday. And I think they said we were like 75. And today there's a 25% chance of rain. And it was only supposed to be 43 this morning. There's just a little white tint to everything out there. Yeah, you know it doesn't do that at 43. Well, good morning, boys. Are you a chicken? Huh? We could do that. Call one of you hamburger and the other one chicken. You'd go good together, wouldn't you? We gotta find a pig. I bet there's one of them in here too. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just pick one. Call one of them others a little piggy and we can have chicken cordon bleu hamburger. Actually sounds kind of good to me. Huh. It's so quick and easy back here. I literally have to stall and take my time so I can talk to them a little bit. That way they'll still be chill. Because literally I run in here, scoop a bucket, dump it, and run out. But, you know, behind the scenes, I talk to them a little. They all got personality. My boys. No idea what the issue is with these duckies this morning. They literally just flew right over the trailer. Between the trees over here, over the neighbor's shop. They've been flying over me the whole time I've been out here. There's 4 of them. I don't know if they're thinking about having a orgy or what, but I guess maybe when you're looking at sunrise like that, you'd think about that, wouldn't you? Get your mind out of the gutter. Jeez. What else we got flying over? That ain't a duck, that's a crow. There's 2 of them. Literally, they've flown over me like 6 times while I've been out here in the yard, and now they don't come back. Oh, well. Look who I found. Big smile on her face this morning.
What's that?
Hey, I'm over here. Yeah. Hi, come here. Come on. Look at that. Oh, boom. One of these days you'll do it. Yep, that would be Iceman. Ty just let him out a few minutes ago, and he wandered his way through and went out there. I believe He's already learned that the hot wire hurts. Hopefully he cohabitates with these ladies nicely. And hopefully cowboy or long haul cowboy or whatever he's going to get called today is nice to him. And speaking of long haul cowboy, I just don't understand shit. There's a DNA lab, I'm assuming middle of the country somewhere. I don't know, I haven't seen the address to him. I have, but I didn't pay attention to it. In order to register bulls anymore, you have to pull tail hair. You have to pull hair out of their switch. It was done right after we bought him, because they weren't registering anything until it was bought, you know. And, well, for some reason there was an issue with the sample, and they won't tell you what the issue is. You know, were there not enough hair follicles? Because that's what they need, is the follicle. And they like at least 3 good follicles. So, you know, was there an issue with that? Or was it something else? You know, the technician picked their nose and put that on the tester or what? We don't know. Because they won't tell you. She's trying to get him back up into his pen, but he says, no, screw this, I'm out here. So, you know, after we got him, it was actually after we had him out with the heifers, Ty had to pull tail hair again.
Yeah, fuck the Hereford Association.
No, get it right. It ain't the Hereford Association doing it. It's the frickin' testing lab.
That's what I'm saying. The Hereford Association DNA testing lab.
No, it's not theirs. It's private. Anyway. So Ty pulled like 200 hairs.
Over that. I filled an entire sandwich
He-
bag through the hole.
He has no frickin' switch left. So there's no more hairs to pull out of his tail. And it wasn't any good. Now, excuse me, but what the fuck? Yeah. And they still they refuse to say why. So Becky actually called the outfit this morning and said, hey.
Well, the only thing that I can think of
And she's going to sit here and yell.
his follicles are really big, and maybe they don't know how the fuck to deal with the big ones.
Well, it shouldn't matter. All they're doing is sneaking the DNA out of it and testing it.
I don't think someone's
So,
happy at all.
You know, who knows what the hell the deal is. But at any rate, anymore you can't register a bull without it being done. And Becky talked to a nice lady, explained what was going on, and the lady tried to look up, and she says, yeah, there's nothing here other than they couldn't test it. You know, it didn't test or whatever. No reasons as to why. You know, I mean, if it's coming up being not in the same genetic family as it's supposed to be, tell us. But I don't believe they do that part. I think they just, yes, it's pure Hereford, and that's all they need to know, is what I understand. I could be wrong. At any rate, we either got to do a blood draw. Well, they probably aren't going to figure out how to deal with the fucking blood. Excuse my French. And even if they could figure it out, they're still going to say that it can't do it. At this point in time, what should have, you know, cost less than $100 and been over with has cost the ranch we got him from damn near $200. And it's not done yet. Another test, well, we're going to be at $300. Well, they'll be at $300. And, you know, it's stupid. And in case you're wondering, I mean, the reason all this crap came up was another breed association who, in the 70s and 80s, it was well known that there was a lot of Holstein influence in the animals. And that is why it's come up. Because they want to say, yes, it's pure. And of course, the Hereford Association followed probably about 10 years after, I guess. Even though, I mean, okay, yeah, there might be some Simmental influence in some Hereford. If we ran Simmental crosses for a long time, we also had purebred Herefords, so. And the only ones that get registered were all Hereford. Anyway, I don't know what the hell we're going to do about that shit. The nice gal that Becky talked to suggested getting hold of the Hereford Association and make them start an investigation into what the hell is going on and why is this not being taken care of. I mean, that's the lady working for the company that's dropping the ball. Because apparently the Hereford Association is the only one they can give any information to. Because technically the Hereford Association is their client, not the people that send anything in. So, you know, and it's not the first time they've pulled tail hair. It's not the first time we've pulled tail hair. We've never had any issues. You send it in, a week later you got the papers on the animal. It's always been that simple. You know, yes, you got to send your money in to pay for it, but yeah, anyway. And there's Boomer. Hi, Boomer. Wally was trying to ride her earlier, but she wasn't going to stand for it, so either she's on the way in heat or on the way out of heat. But the way Wally's standing over there with that one, kind of wonder if maybe he's getting friendly with her. Yeah, part of it's the way she's standing watching her. Oh, yeah, she's going to be coy. Maybe. Anyway, hopefully the boys are getting their job done. And, you know, not that we're going to register anything anymore because, goddamn, you know, cattle prices need to be higher than they are now to pay for registration anymore. Just my opinion. Yeah, anyway. Jesus, that's 7-minute rant. I could seriously go on for an hour about it. Just get my blood pressure worked up more. And these two are going to cohabitate for a little bit. I was hoping to get them out today, but I don't know which one's which. Which one are you? You're the one. His navel's not quite dry yet. The other one was dry, and the other one's the younger one. That's just luck of the draw, the way they dry out. I got some stuff shuffled around here today, and that air conditioning stuff came. UPS brought it kind of late last night, so need to make room in the shop for a tractor. Nice thing is, I mean, the only thing I got to do is unhook the ball hitch on that and put the tractor in the shop. Since it's supposed to rain today, I'm not going to bother trying to put any C90 out, but I do got to. I'm hoping it's going to warm up a little more. It's still pretty chilly. I still got to run down the road on the John Deere and push some trees out of the field. And see what Ty's doing. And in case you didn't notice it yet, I think we're going to skip putting bales up here, because we got enough little bales to get out of here. I want to make sure they're out of here this year, even though they are all last year's. We might even move some of them to the back barn. I don't know, because they're not the solidest bale, because everything was too damn dry when we baled. And with this opened up clear through, they can all fit in here to eat hay, and we can get enough hay in here. We got to feed them twice a day, but we get enough in here that we don't have to mess around the other way. And that leaves that one open for grain, which is kind of nice being able to do this, actually. I got a pretty good start in here. There's actually some floor space. Need to do something with that thing. I brought it in here because I was going to grind some welds off and separate the pieces, and that hadn't happened yet. So you've got tire eject in the tires on that, so now they both hold air without leaking it out over time. And I went down the road and got those trees moved out of the field. And I was seriously thinking about, between here and there, there's a patch to put some C90 on. And I was seriously thinking about going down there until I got a call from Maury, and he's, I don't know, about 20 miles southwest of us right now, and it is dumping. And I guess we're supposed to get 1.25 inches of rain, so we'll see. In the meantime, I got to get the yard opened up. I haven't heard from him today, but I imagine tomorrow or the next day I will, about having to go pick up my other trailer. So that one is going to get backed in down here to get it out of the way. Then I'll go get the other one, but I got to have the yard open up to make room to turn around. Because with that one shoved over here, I can't use that to turn around. I got to turn around over there. And I'm probably going to have to pull all the way up and then start backing around the corner before I can get it all the way turned around, because with the axles all the way back on a 48 foot, I don't know that I can pull a U-turn in here. I can just barely do it with that one. But that thing the batteries are down on, I put one of the little chargers on there at 10 amps and that ain't working. I don't know why. Play with it and it shows it's charging, then it says, oh, it's charged, then it says it's charging, then it says it's not doing anything. So I put a big one on there. It's running at 40 amp right now. I'm hoping I can get it started soon. It's got a 210 or 40 amp, or I think it's like a 60 amp boost is all it is, but 40 amp charge into 2 AGMs, you're only looking at 20 per, which is okay for a short period anyway. And get the spreaders, got to get the New Holland spreader, just blow the stuff off of it. Both of them need to get oiled down and parked elsewhere, back where they belong. I was hoping to get that done today, before it rains. And obviously, since the rain's that close, I'm not going to go spray any more C90 on. Looks like I'm going to be a week before I do any of that again, by the forecast, which kind of sucks. And got a phone call from a neighbor up the hill that we've cut hay for before, and he would like me to cut his hay. I cut some for him. He's got a little sickle mower and he cuts most of it, but he gets stuff that his sickle mower won't go through, and then I go up and do that for him. But I guess he broke his leg last summer. He didn't tell me this, and he's had an infection in it, and he's had 3 surgeries. He was going to go spread some fertilizer today before the rain hit. And it kind of sounds like maybe I'm going to end up cutting all of his hay, which is probably 30, 40 acres at least that I know of. Dad used to cut for him. We tag team that sometimes, so I don't know where all his fields are. But anyway, yeah, get that thing started and out of the way. And if it wasn't going to rain, I'd leave one of the small chargers on it. But obviously, one of my small chargers has an issue. But the other charger is in the back barn, and it'll be parked back close to it. Probably put it right back where it was. Anyway, I'm going to see if she'll fire up and start getting stuff weaseled around, and hopefully that truck will start. No more manure spreaders in the yard. Hitch extension and the PTO adapter off of that. The shaft slipped around, so it's more or less ready to hook a baler to when the time comes. That poor girl needs a cat kit, something fierce. It's just flat out rotten. I can't tell you what year we bought this, but we've had it a long time. We've had the 3394 for at least 15 years, if not 20. I had this for a few years. Well, quite a few years before that. I ran the big baler on this for 3 or 4 years before we got the 3394. And yeah, this isn't enough tractor for that. This is actually rated 125 horse PTO. And, you know, the extra 50 plus horse makes a hell of a difference. This thing, I did a lot of first gear stuff, especially in the hills. And being the smaller frame tractor, the windrows didn't go under as well. And if you did plug up, I raised the feeder house just a little bit. And if I do plug up, I can lower it, and it opens the throat up and lets stuff go through better. We do the same thing with a little baler too. But anyway, yeah, no more babies today. Go figure. Iceman seems to be cohabitating well with the others. His legs still aren't right. He has a hard time stepping up over things, but And I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, and I think I did. UPS showed up pretty late last night. It was about dark. I have not opened it yet, but there it is. If you're not a dealer for them, but you're a farm that's, you know, not going to be selling the stuff, you can fill out a little paperwork with them and they'll sell it to you. Otherwise, go to one of their distributors or dealers. So Becky went through the BS to do it. It wasn't a big deal. The gal emailed her a form. She printed it off, emailed it back. Unfortunately, couldn't fill it out in the email and send it back. She had to print it off and do it. So, or whatever. I don't know, the computer stuff. So I have not opened it, like I said, so I'm hoping that that's the right, should be the number right there. That'll have the pump, the adapter bracket, and whatever else. I think there's a receiver dryer in there. I'm hoping either the pump is already filled with oil or the oil is in there, because you got to have oil in those pumps or they don't hold up. They don't last for long at all. I don't know if we'll get that thing in here tomorrow or not. Obviously, there's still some things to move. And I've about had it. I'm whooped. Long enough days lately, and as hot as it's been, it's kind of nice today, but it's still been warm and humid. It's still t-shirt weather. Anyway, that's our day. I'm going to go park that thing out back so it's not in the yard. Doesn't leave me too many things I got to move before I got to do other things. So thank you for watching. Hope you all had a great hump day. Hope everybody has a great Thursday. Ty's already gone, but I think Blakely's still here. So I'm going to go get me some granddaughter time. Maybe if I get anything of that, I'll put it up as a short. So, hey, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you like. It's free. Don't cost you nothing. Doesn't even put you on a hit list as far as I know. If it does, I'm screwed. I'm on a lot of them.